All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 140 and 47 pound division, where Terence Crawford gets thrown under the bus by Team Devin Haney and said that it is not Terence Crawford who is the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. It is Devin the Dream Haney, because Errol Spence Jr. was not a good win for Terence Crawford. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're gonna be in the 147 pound division and the 140 pound division, where we have a interesting take from Bill Haney about Terence Crawford, Devin Haney, and the pound for pound conversation in boxing. And let me assure you, it is absolutely, positively silly, but that's okay. That's what we're going to be talking about until the next big fight, which I do believe takes place on December 23rd. And that is over there in Saudi Arabia, where Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua and Dimitri Bivol and a bunch of other people are going to be fighting on the same card. Really, really looking forward to that card. One of the occasions where I'm going to be very happy to buy a DAZN pay-per-view, because that thing is going to be absolutely stacked. But we had another one this weekend, which was, it was a good fight, very good fight in the, or a very good performance for Devin Haney against Regis Prograis. I wouldn't call it wasn't a barn burner fight. It was a lopsided fight, but that's what you get when you have a fighter as good as Devin Haney in the ring against somebody that, can't do anything with what Devin Haney has. However, after this takes place, Bill Haney, the trainer, manager, father of Devin Haney, says that Devin Haney is the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world, and over Terence Bud Crawford. And we're going to talk about that because there's an argument to be made for that. Now, before I get into it, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much. It really makes a huge difference to the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel, especially in the super thanks below, which is a terrific way to sponsor videos like this. Barbara D, my guy Matty Yole, thank you guys so much. Shout out to my guy Kamal Oz. I haven't seen you in a minute, but it is what it is. Still appreciate all the support you've given the channel over the time that you were a supporter. But let's get into this, okay? Devin Haney is what I would call an exceptional fighter. Without a doubt, exceptional fighter. Very, very highly skilled, talented, focused, all of the above. At this point in time, accomplished all of the things that you want to see in a fighter, right? Then you have Terence Crawford, who is, in my opinion, the best fighter in the world. And I don't think that there's really much of an argument for anybody other than him, with the exception of maybe Canelo Alvarez. But it is hard for me to say that about Canelo Alvarez because, unfortunately, Canelo Alvarez had a performance enhancing, tested positive for performance enhancements. So that's a smudge on him. And when that smudge is on there, it's going to make me wonder just for the rest of his career. It is what it is. Not saying that I think Canelo Alvarez is a bad guy, that, he doesn't work hard and he doesn't deserve the money and the accolades that he has. It's just a question mark there. But other than that, Canelo Alvarez would be there too. Gervonta Davis for me is there too. But definitely, Terence Crawford is the man in my opinion. Now, Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney, points out that the win against Errol Spence Jr. was not, doesn't qualify Terence Crawford as being the #1 pound for pound fighter. Because Errol Spence Jr. was depleted at the time that he fought him. Man, that's rubbish in my opinion. And let me tell you why that's rubbish. Because Errol Spence Jr. was the guy that held 3 of the belts. Errol Spence Jr. was the guy that beat Yordanis, that broke Yordanis Ugas's eye socket. And he got into the ring, and Terence Crawford didn't have any control over what condition Errol Spence Jr. was in. You have to take that win at face value. And I continue to take that win at face value. The only time that I will talk about whether or not Errol Spence Jr. was in perfect condition or whether he was depleted, it was if I'm talking about what I think will happen in the second fight. Not to diminish Terence Crawford or diminish Terence Crawford's accomplishment by beating him, because I don't believe that it can be. Also, that was not the first undisputed title that Terence Crawford has had. This is the second undisputed title accomplishment that Terence Crawford had. Not once, but twice. Also, those are accomplishments. Let's also talk about what they do in the ring. And I think that is something that is often very, very overlooked. Very, very overlooked by people. The way that you actually score boxing matches. Effective aggression, ring generalship, defense, and I'm going to make sure I say them right. Effective aggression, clean and effective punching, defense, and ring generalship. You need to look at what the people do in those areas, because that's how you score a boxing match. You don't score a boxing match with BoxRec and look at this guy, look at this guy, look at this guy. No, you score a boxing ring by what they do in the ring. And if you look at defense and ring generalship, Devin Haney is very strong in those two. Clean and effective punching, he looked better in his last fight for sure. Right? Effective aggressiveness still looks to me to be something that is there's a bit of hesitancy in that with him in that regard. With Terence Crawford, all of those boxes are checked. Every single solitary one of those boxes are checked. And since single solitary one of those boxes are checked, you got to give that man the credit for being just an all-around great fighter. And I'm telling you, man, I really think that it is a disservice to anybody that claims that Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence and Errol Spence Jr. may not have been in the best situation, that means that Devin Haney or anybody else in boxing has caught that man. It's just not the case, man. And you can be a fan of any fighter that you want to be a fan of. But when you look at somebody in the ring like Terence Crawford and not see how excellent a fighter he is, and just anybody that comes up and as soon as they win a match, and especially against a guy like Regis Prograis, man, ain't no way, man. I don't care how depleted Errol Spence Jr. is. He's still better than Regis Prograis. But anyway, that's my take. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out.